Hi everyone, my name is Hui and welcome to my first YouTube channel ever, Hui Ferns. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about all of the hobbies that I have, which are mainly just plants that I'm going to get into. I wanted to make this YouTube videos just mainly to talk about the hobbies that I enjoy doing, all the plants that I take care of, and all the things that really make me feel special inside, including my fiance, of course. But yeah, let me give you a tour. So the first plants I do want to introduce to you guys are my Platyceriums. I really got into them a year ago because I really like how to display them. They can be displayed on cork bark, on branches, or on boards as well. I just think the process of putting them on these boards are really fun and really interesting to me. I also love how these Platyceriums have a lot of different characters to them. So this Willinkii right here kind of spreads out like little fingers, right? This hilly-eyed dwarf, right, kind of shoots upwards instead. A lot of them have like different types of like characteristics that are very unique to themselves, and that's what makes it very enjoyable for me to collect these. The main one that I do love a lot is my Platycerium bifurcatum right here. This is one of the biggest Platyceriums that I do have right now. It is not the oldest one that I have, but it is the biggest, and right now it's like maybe like 3 or 4 feet wide. It's incredibly massive, and I just think it's amazing. Right. So another thing that I do is collect or build terrariums, and this is one of the terrariums that I built from an IKEA greenhouse. I painted it white, and then I added some leca in the bottom with some soil, and I only added one plant in here, and it's just the ficus creeping figs. I got it like this because I like the way it kind of cascades over like the area and the plants. I just think it's very unique. Over here for this terrarium I built, I've also made a like carnivorous plant kind of bowl. I also have 2 of these. I actually do think that it's like really cool, and then it does trap some of the insects that I have in there, or if I find some random bugs, I just throw it on there as well. So right over here is another terrarium that I've actually built. This has a lot of my pings that I put in there. I can't remember any of the pings that are in here right now, just because I've recently only got into pinguiculas maybe within the last few weeks, and I think they're really special because look at these. Like you can see, like some of these have like very cool purple coloring, some of them are green. This one has a very green and purple. On the other side over here, there is a kind of like lighter color right there as well, and I just really think they're really pretty to look at. So moving on to this side, right, I have a lot of my kind of dwarf Platyceriums. I put this on an IKEA grid stand. These I mounted on cork bark mostly, or I put it on like a bird feeder cage just because I think they look better that way displayed. Whereas on my wall next to my TV, I actually have it on boards just because I like the way they look like frames that way. But on this one, I wanted to make it look more natural and everything. So right over here, I have my Platycerium bacteria. I have my Platycerium smiling moon. I have my Platycerium pegasus. This is a pup that I pulled out of my SS Feng. This one is the Jade Girl, and this one is the hilly-eyed dwarf that I had. This is a pup that I also like pulled out as well. And this right here is my Begonia luxurian. I bought it for a pretty relatively cheap price, and I bought like the pot for $3 from when I thrifted it. So now it's like kind of growing into its like little space and everything. So now it's like getting a lot more lush and big. But also behind it as well, I have this passiflora growing right there. I'm waiting for it to like kind of grow and overtake this grid stand just so then it looks a lot better. I'm gonna also probably add another fan or something just so then it looks like little butterflies kind of like floating as well. So over here I have my 2 IKEA cabinets that I built. They're really easy to build, honestly, but the main thing that you need to be concerned about if you ever build one of these cabinets is to make sure to have like a protective layer over the paint just so then you can prevent rust, and just make sure like that these shelves have more longevity to them. But anyways, yeah, these are my IKEA shelves that I built. So some of these that I have in here are going to be my raft right over here. Look how pretty they are. I grew these, I got this from a trade, and I grow them in pond just because they do a lot better and they have less shrivel to them. I've been experimenting with pond really, but I've had a lot of success and I just really enjoy it. This is my Terrarium Dwarf right here. Look at that, yeah. I also have a Ridley eye in here too that I mounted in a very unique way. It is one of the Platycerium. I do have one that's mounted on the board as well, but I think that the display for this is just like a lot better, so that's why I wanted a second way to display it. I have a Syngonium right here, that's an Hoya. I have this orchid that I forgot what it's called right here. I have a PPP. I have my really kind of sort of baby Viviflorium right now. I found this in a thrift store for a couple $, and I just thought that it looked really nice once it like grows out a little bit more. It is really it is kind of big for it, but I mean, I like it. I just wanted to like grow into the space. Okay. Right over here, I have a bigger princess that I have. I have some Forgetii, and this is one of my oldest plants too that I have. Maybe I've had it for like 3 or 4 years already. Oh, it needs some watering. But this is my Terrarium. Look how big they are. With these, right, they like to stay wet more often, so I actually don't have a drainage hole for this pot, and it's been thriving. It took me a while to actually be able to get the growing down, but I actually finally, when I finally started getting it down, it started growing a lot faster and it's a lot bigger and more lush right now. So my second IKEA cabinet, the plants that I do have in here are mostly Alocasias. I had a lot of little ones like this one, this dragon scale Alocasia. It is kind of dry and I need to water it. I have my variegated Alocasia Frydek as well. I've actually recently started getting into Hoyas, so I don't really know much about them, but I got this Hoya linearis cutting from someone local in like my local plant group, and it was really cool. It's really pretty. I like the way they flower too, so I'm just have to wait a couple years until they do start flowering. I have a Verrucosum right over here that I've kind of been neglecting. I do need to either trim it down or put it on a bigger moss pole just because it's kind of like leggy right now. Let's see, I have a regular Frydek in here as well. I have a Alocasia Jacqueline, and I have one of my other terrariums that I built. I call them terrariums even though they're just bowls, but this is just a regular pinguicula that's kind of overgrown. There's some like seeds of mosses that were kind of just inside like inside the sphagnum that when I was building, so I just kind of let it overgrow, and it just looks like a really cool, really nice display piece for it. Also, I do have my Hoya. I forgot what it's called, but I got this is the only Hoya that I ever bought just because I thought it was like really cool. Polynerva inner variegated, that's what it's called, I believe. But it's really cool. It's really bright. I like the greens. I've actually don't know how they flower as well, but I just put them in this little like trellis for it. So over time, it's just going to get a lot more pretty and everything. This one, I found this egg from a thrift store, and I decided to put some plants in there. Right now, I actually had to trim it down because it was actually getting way too big, but I just put sphagnum moss, some like tree barks in there. I put some some springtails, and also I have a Begonia Amphioxus in here as well. And it is growing back after my trimming. It's just that it's just taking a little longer, but it's okay. Like, I'm not too upset about that. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you guys more about like the plants that I have on top of my greenhouse, right? So up over here, right, I have another like Hoya. I don't remember what it's called. I have this Hoya too. It's a little heavier. I put most of my Hoyas on trellises just because I think that they look a lot better that way. Let's see, I have my Warcoquinum up there. It has like maybe like 2 feet tall leaves. I have my asparagus fern right now, which is kind of overgrown, and I do need to water them as well. Like, look how look how big it is. Okay, I have my Ring of Fire right there, and I have my Platycerium superbum right up there as well. I actually put some orchids in there in the back of it, and so now it's kind of blooming and it has these really pretty purple flowers. But I'll go into more depth when I make another video about all my Platyceriums because of how I display them as well. And this is my Friderici, that's what it's called. It's kind of close to a Viviphorium, but this is one of the first ones I got, and it kind of grows like an octopus, like really like legged out. So these plants right here, I have 2 Thai constellation monsteras that I put into like one pot. They are growing really well right now. They are really slow growers, just FYI. But I really enjoy them. I got them when they were like really expensive, but now like you can find them at like Walmart or Home Depot, and it's a lot more affordable now. This right here is my Anthurium crystallinum. It actually doesn't look too good right now just because I've repotted it, and I had to cut back a lot of it and put it on a moss pole just because it was just way too overgrown and very root bound. I would give it maybe like half a year, and then like it'll start looking more full again. Over here I have my philodendron Florida Beauty. It's getting really long now, and I've cut back a little bit from time to time, but I still need to cut a little bit more back. And right over here I have my whalefin sansevieria. I can't remember. It's just another snake plant really, but then it's a whalefin. I got this really cheap just because they chopped this part off like here because of some kind of weird abnormality, but I got it for like $10 and I was like really happy about it. Okay. So next, I want to show you a terrarium that I built. This is in my kitchen. I wanted to show you how I built all this right now. Like everything in here that I built is all alive, all like grown in with the plants. Because it has such high humidity, it allows for live sphagnum to grow in the back over here. It has a lot of my ficus. I have a Warcoquinum in here. I have an Alocasia, and I have these really pretty orchids that are finally blooming right now. I can make a separate video as another time to talk about how I built this and what kind of plants that I had in here. But overall, like I just wanted to show you guys how like one of the biggest terrariums that I've ever built.